Hello Leo, welcome, welcome. How are you, my lovely people? Have you had a good week? So this is good for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, cross-watching. And it's for the week of the 28th of February going through to the 6th of March. All right, Leo, let's see what we have for you. We're using this deck to do a general read in a pyramid, and then we're going to look at finance and career with the other deck, and love and romance and relationships, not just romantic relationships. All right, we're ready. Okie dokie, Leo, let's see what's going on for you for this week. So we have the Seven of Wands, the Six of Swords, the Eight of Wands, nice, Temperance, the Eight of Pentacles, and the outcome, please. The outcome is the Four of Swords. All right. So, Leo, you have been working it, and working it. Whatever it is for you, whether this is a job, a relationship, a goal, something you've been focused on, you have been working it. And you are being asked this week, first of all, to recognize that and to see how far you have come. And then to allow yourself to pause, reflect, rewind, and stop. Right, so we have times where it's push, push, push forward, and then we need to stop and ground ourselves, rebalance ourselves, and allow ourselves to consolidate all of that work and growth that we've done so that we're then ready to continue on our journey. All right, so I want you to think about this as a long-term goal, a long-term journey that you wouldn't do in one tranche. You would do it in stages and steps. If this was a long trip of over 1,000 miles, you wouldn't drive the 1,000 miles in one go. You might do 200 or 300 miles a day, stop overnight, let yourself recharge, off you go again. It's that kind of energy that you're having here. All right, so let's have a look at it together. We've got the Seven of Wands. You know what you want. It took you a while to figure it out maybe, but you know what you want now, and you're not backing down. Now, when we've worked hard for something, taken our time to really figure out what matters and what's important to us, once we've made that decision, then we hold that ground. This is a card of boundaries, being very sure of yourself, being sure of your decision. It wasn't I think I want this, it's I know I want this, and I'm not backing down, and I'm not turning around and retreating. I am standing in my power to allow me to guard that doorway which is opening into my future. I'm being very protective of myself and my goals, and I've set them, and I've set my boundaries, and it feels really good. Now that allows me then to come away from that which I'm just listening to my team. The Six of Swords is always about moving to better times, calmer times, easier times. Right, so when we look at these two together, the Seven of Wands, I've stood my ground and I can now come away from that battle. You know, when we tell somebody no, they might push against us, and then after a while when we hold our ground, no is no, and no, I'm not changing my mind, and no, it's still a no, and no, and no, and no, eventually that person that's arguing with us goes, oh, okay then, it's a no. Acceptance. And we can come away from that having to hold our space, like really having to be very firm. We can go, right, okay, good. They've given up now. They've just accepted this is my truth. And that enables me to not have to keep protecting and defending myself and keep reiterating and keep pushing back. I don't need to do that anymore. It took me a while to hold that boundary, to learn that it was okay to say no, to learn that it's okay to not let other people persuade me, dissuade me, influence me. But once I've mastered that, it's embedded in me, nice and strong, that once I've made my mind up, it's okay for me to hold that position. So I can come away with that Six of Wands, Swords, I beg your pardon. I can come away from having to constantly be defending and protect myself, and I can start moving forward in a much easier way. The Eight of Wands, I wanted to say Six of Wands, and we've got the Seven. I wanted to say Six of Wands twice. All right, so I'm just going to mention that for a moment, because Six of Wands is the victory card. Recognition, success. So it feels as if you've been through that victory, you've had to hold your space, you're now coming away from constantly having to hold your space, and you can move forward now. Eights represent abundance and flow, and the wands flying through the sky with ease is showing there's no obstacles, there's nothing in the way. I don't need to keep holding my ground now. I can actually allow things to take off and move forward. Now, for some of you, this is about trips and travel. You haven't been able to, you were stuck, you just had to hold that space, waiting for things to change, and now they're changing and you can start to move forward with that. It doesn't have to be a trip, a travel, a holiday. This is basically life moving you forward now, where you had to really stand up for yourself. So this could be in your relationships or with your boundaries at work. Whatever this is for you, we're coming away from having to do that now. That doesn't mean say we're not doing it. I need to just be clear that learning this, how to stand up for myself, how to protect myself, being prepared to push back, and if other people don't like it, kind of tough, deal with it. That is a big challenging lesson, but once it's learned, we have become stronger and more resilient and more aware of our own needs, so we can come away from that kind of battle energy, protective energy, and things to start to move forward much more easily. So we're moving upwards now into, this is the current situation, this is the foundation. So we're moving into, I am now working on my balance. The Eight of Pentacles is the card of the worker, the grafter, the craftsman. I know what I'm doing, I know my stuff. I might have a lot on my plate with this as well. The 8 different pentacles flying in the sky here shows that you're we've got the roses around the window. I'm working on flourishing, my life flourishing, my business flourishing, my whatever I'm working on, could be my health, my well-being flourishing. I'm working hard, and I'm multiple different pentacles at the same time, multiple different projects at the same time. So because I've held my own, and because I've learned that, I can come away from that difficulty, and we can start moving towards now much more balance. Temperance is all about moderation and harmony and flow. All these beautiful different scarves here are representing the different chakras, all in balance, all in flow. And the fire and the water, counterbalancing each other here. We don't need to keep fighting, pushing. We can actually allow ourselves now to just take a breather, step back, and allow ourselves to rest and recharge. Four of Swords. This particular battle is over. I've won. So I'm pretty exhausted. I've worked very hard. I'm really working on my balance here with the Temperance card. So I'm going to take a little bit of time out. Now, when we see this lovely card, Leo, it is saying there is times to push forward and there are times to just take a step back. You've worked really hard here. This is exhausting energy. It's needed, it's important, and it's positive, but it is exhausting, right? That we've moved from the 7 to the 8. We're pushing forward into that balance. We're determined to leave any defensive, protective, argumentative energy behind us, and we are continuing on this journey of this balance. But we want to just stand still for a moment, take stock, allow yourself to consolidate all that you have learned so far and how far you've come. Bring yourself back into balance and take some time for you. There's nobody else in this card, only you. So don't worry about having to be there for everybody else. Allow yourself to spend some time resting and recharging, ready for the next stage, because this work that you're doing is not finished yet. You're on this progressive, improving, growing journey, but do spend some time consolidating all the growth and all of the immense strengths that you have gathered so far. Just let it settle, let it balance, then you'll be ready to move forward again. All right, Leo? Okie dokie, let's have a look at money and career. Money, finance, anything to do with money, investments, career, business. All right, we have got the Ten of Cups, the Queen of Coins, a beautiful, beautiful energy for money, and death. Okay. So something is finishing, Leo, in order for you to come into prosperity and happiness. The Ten of Cups is your happy ever after. So in terms of money and finance, jobs, something wants to end here, transform, be let go of, surrendered. Just let it go to the universe and say, I'm ready for something that is bigger, better, brighter. Ten of Cups. We're not messing about with the 4 or 5 or 6. I want the 10. I want it all. There's nothing wrong with setting high goals. Reach for the stars and then reach beyond the stars. Don't just reach for the sky. Go higher, go bigger. I'm just hearing go bigger or go home. Just go for it. Just go for it. But going for it means that you need to let something go, Leo. There is something new wants to come in here. The Queen of Coins is a Virgo card. It's a very grounded, secure, successful card. In this particular deck, her third eye is lit up with this beautiful light, showing that she's the visionary. She has this vision for her future. Male or female, don't worry about the gender. This is a general reading. But you have a vision here, Leo. And that vision says, I deserve it all. I want it all. I want the roses round the door. I want the fireplace. I want the security. I want everything that I desire, and I have a vision. Those of you who journal, do vision boards, absolutely this is the week to be putting a lot of energy into that, but also into the death card, asking yourself, what needs to go in order for me to create this? What needs to go? So this could be you changing, those of you in business, entrepreneurs, changing the way you work to embrace new clients or a new product. This could be for those of you in employment, making the decision to let your current job go. I'm going to start applying for something bigger, better, brighter. I'm pushing forward. This can also be letting go of limited, restricted thinking that, you know, I'll never be the Queen of Coins. She's rich, she's affluent, she's successful, she doesn't need to worry about money, she's got it all. So any limited thinking that says I can't, let that go, because do you know what? You can. You absolutely can, Leo. This is wonderful energy in terms of money, business, career. Let's go for it and embrace that incredible energy that wants to come in, but we need to allow something to go in order to let it in. All right? Okay, let's have a look at love and relationships. And this can be romantic love, but also loving life, loving your job, loving you. What's the love messages, please, for my Leos for this week? Thank you. Okay, we want both of those. And that one. Okay. So we have receptive, obstacles, and remarkable. We had this for Cancer, remarkable, or it might be Gemini, but it's come out. Notice everything remarkable about your relationships. Now, what is remarkable? It is what is special, what stands out, what is extraordinary, what is important and valuable and valid in yourself, first of all, remembering your first relationship is with yourself. As you notice how remarkable you are, others notice it. As you notice how remarkable others are, then you are creating that energy of flow where we're really seeing how very special somebody is. And it's important, not just romantically, this can be children, family, friends, but really noticing the specialness in somebody. And I know there's no such word as specialness, but you know what I mean. All right, now we've got receptive and obstacles. Be ready to receive what fate has planned for you in the energy of receiving, being open to receive. Now, there have been some obstacles here, but we're asking you to look for ways around the obstacles to find the happiness. Now, we've got the Ten of Cups here. So we're applying these energies into the general and into the money and career finance. So being open to receive, knowing that this is what has the fate, destiny, what is meant for you won't go by you. There is planning afoot going on within yourself, within your own energy, and within the universe. And very often there are obstacles that need to be overcome. So let's not groan about them. You know, if everything was flowing easily, we would never learn and grow and develop. So obstacles help us to become more of who we are. So don't be resistant to them. Just see them as an opportunity to be able to learn even more about you and how incredibly strong you are. So what are the obstacles to your happiness? What's in the way? And then we're looking for the answers, the direction, to be able to find a ways around them, over them, under them, or to just dissolve the obstacles. So you haven't got to climb over anything, you've just simply removed it. So obstacles in the path this week, that is one of the obstacles, is what needs to go. I need to figure out what needs to go, because that's an obstacle to the new good stuff coming in. This is also an energy of what needs to go. Six of Swords. So we've got two messages here, and the obstacles card to me is saying that it's that which needs to go, which is the obstacle. We can hold on a little bit too tight to what is done, or a habit and a behavior, which this is. I formed a habit here of being very protective. Maybe that's the obstacle that needs to go. And as we let that go and dissolve, we are open and in the receiving mode for the good stuff to come in, including everything being very remarkable. Beautiful. All right, Leo, let's have a final message from the angels for you before we close this off. Final message for my Leos, please. Opportunity. So there is an opportunity here for something very beautiful and harmonious to come into your sphere, into your energy field, into your awareness. There is an opportunity here for fire, for power, for passion, for connection, but in a very harmonious, beautiful way. It's interesting to me that we have the bubble here. She's very protected. She's very safe. And this is a card all about being protected and safe. So know that you have done the work to create a life that is secure and stable. Take some time out to rest, recharge, consolidate, and then be open for the opportunities for what needs to fall away. And that then creates new opportunities to come in. But take some time for you this week, Leo, to rest and recharge. And then you're ready to hit the ground running as we move closer towards Aries season and the new astrological year. All right, Leo, that is what I have for you. I hope that helps. Thank you so much for being here. If this video did help, do give it a like, a share, a thumbs up, all that lovely good stuff. And if you haven't already, do subscribe. If you're interested in working with me, all the links, everything you need is in the description box below the video. All right, have an amazing week, Leo. I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.